Kira. Hi, Kira.
Hi, how's it going?
So good. I'm so glad to be introducing you to the hectic world today, and everyone that clicks the little button that's like, I want to learn more about Kira. This is the opportunity to learn more about you, the person behind the words that are so incredibly written and so well researched, and there's so much value in all of your articles. So, do you want to say hello to the world?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Kira, and I'm happy to be part of Hectic.
All right, so Kira, I've got some quick questions that I like to ask.
All
And I
right,
say quick questions because, I'm going to give it's rapid fire, is how I usually like to do these. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. I
Okay.
think so. I got my
It's the
coffee. I'm ready.
it's the day after Memorial Day.
Uh-huh.
What do you do to celebrate Memorial Day? What did you do this weekend?
Yeah. Actually, I hung out with some neighbors, so I find that that's really important to be with the community that you're around on a daily basis. So there's a little bit of that. There's some brunch involved as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I love breakfast, and any time I can do that, I will. um, and yeah, so it was just, I also did a little bit of weeding around the house, but I guess that's part of the gig, right?
It is. It
Yeah,
is. It is.
yeah,
What is your typical favorite way to spend a weekend?
yeah. That's a great question. I typically like to get outside. So if it's really nice, then whether that's working around the house or going on a hike or something like that, that's something that I really enjoy doing. Being out in nature, and I don't like to feel cooped up,
Yeah.
so I have to get out. And if it's not the nicest weather, that means I'm going to a coffee shop and I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm just doing something that um, fulfills me in a different kind of a way. So
Yeah.
to me, that's great, and I love a good hangout session, a brew with friends. So if we can fit that in on a weekend, then to me that's a well spent weekend.
Mhm. It's really recharging your batteries when you do it right, and
Yes.
it's the good people, it's the people that fill you up, and it's like nutrition. I heard someone say that friendship should be nutrition, and
Yeah.
I
Love it.
love that statement.
I love that. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. It's a time for rest. It's a time to recoup and rejuvenate. And if you get that, then I come back, much better at the start of the week.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means like cleaning the house and doing laundry and things like that. They're like, this isn't super fun, but it helps me get in a better mindset for the rest of the weekend and the week. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's get to know the person behind the words a little bit better. What is your favorite thing about writing and strategy, like content strategy? Because you're not just a writer, you're a brilliant strategist. So we all want to know a little bit more about your approach and what you love about it. I was going to say what's favorite. What's favorite? We're really rudimentary words today. What is your favorite thing about writing and the strategy around content, etc.? Like, bring us into your world a little bit. That'd be awesome.
Sure, I'll see if I can articulate this. So there's a couple of different things that I love about writing. One of it is that research process. To me, it's really exciting to learn something new or to research something that you already know a little bit about, and to take that information and package it up in such a way that draws people in throughout the whole process of the article or the paper, whatever it is. That's something that I really love. It's really interesting to me. If I can throw some one-liners in there to try and make people laugh,
Yeah.
regardless of how serious it is, I find that keeps people coming back because they go, okay, I can relate to this. Um, and so I think it's just that, like, even though I don't see someone's eyes light up and go, oh, that makes sense. Um, Knowing that that's part of the process really drives me. To me, it's this. It's. I really want people to walk away saying I learned something.
Mhm.
If any piece of content you walk away and you say I didn't know that before, but now I do, and it could be any part of the whole. Not everyone's gonna get the whole piece of the pie, so to speak. they might pick up different nuggets throughout.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that someone walks away and goes, you know what, that was worth my time, that was useful to me, that's what I really strive for. And I think that drives the strategy behind how I write and why I write. But a lot of that too just comes from this innate curiosity that I have. It's sometimes just insatiable. I just want to know more. I want to learn more, and I want to write for people who have the same feeling. So,
Yeah.
and then you think about that in terms of marketing strategy, right? You've got all the things you have to be cognizant of, like keywords and SEO, and but as that's evolved over the years, it is geared and driven. Algorithm is driven much more towards things that are informative and things that are useful, rather than just keyword stuffing. So it kind of lines up with, I think, how a lot of people write and how a lot of people learn, which is exciting. So I don't know if that's articulate enough, but that's the way that I think about how to write. And at the end of the day, honestly, one of the things that's helped me a lot is actually my history degree, because I've had to learn how to research and how to write and how to pull information from the ether, from out there, and make it in an articulate and accurate way. So
I like that you said accurate as well, because it's funny because we don't put enough emphasis on accuracy today. Like,
yeah,
because there's so many headlines and there's so many different sources, we don't know what's real, what's inflated, what is positioning. And I just love that you said accurate, you know?
yeah, yeah. I think that's a great point, because a lot of times people write with revenue and advertising in mind, and
Yeah.
not necessarily accuracy, but the things that are going to withstand all of the ebbs and flows of everything is going to be accuracy. That's what people are searching for. That's what people are hungry for, is, accuracy and truth. So
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
important to focus on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, Kira, you are a freelancer as
Mhm.
well as a contributor to Hectic, which I guess you're freelancing and you're contributing to Hectic in terms of like, this is your column, this is your space to write on whatever you want to write on and about. But so many people that consume the content here are entrepreneurs or
Mhm.
freelancers. And so I've been asking this very transparent question to everyone that contributes to us in these videos is, what is your favorite thing about freelancing? And what's your least favorite thing about freelancing?
Yeah.
So I think that's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Yes. Honestly, the flexibility.
Yeah.
I have an entrepreneurial spirit. I always have. And so the ability to have the space to think through things and do it on my terms is really important to me. And so that flexibility is what I love about freelancing. Because if I need to, like, let's say I'm working on something and then I think of, a great topic for a history paper that I'm writing, or I think about a new idea, then I can take time, I can pause, I can step away, and I can spend an hour working on that.
Yeah.
Um, when my brain is firing on all cylinders, which doesn't happen all day. So it's like, I love that flexibility. And then I would say that the thing that's most challenging about freelancing has to be some of those like hard business aspects of it.
Hmm.
So the selling, which doesn't come very naturally to me at all. The financial aspect of it is great in that I am able to provide for myself, but I don't always get paid on time. So it's some of those little things that's the hardest for me is,
Yeah.
okay, I don't want to keep badgering these people to pay me, but I also need to get paid. And some of those things you don't think about, like figuring out taxes and
Yeah.
stuff. But once I got the hang of it, it's gone pretty smooth. But
Thank you for being transparent and honest. Because I think that's really important, is because a lot of us get into freelancing and then the reality hits us. And so I think just knowing that you're connected to this reality with a massive group of other people that can be solved together, but just sometimes just feeling validated and going, you're struggling with that too. Cool. That's a good nod. So look, we're all in safe space right now.
yeah.
Two more quick questions. Where can people keep up with you? So, of course, clearly they can follow all of your writings on the Hectic blog, but where can they keep up with you and engage with you if they do want to ask you a question of like, hey, how did you deal with nudging your client to get them to pay you or whatever that may be? Where can they keep up with you?
Yeah, I think LinkedIn is a great space. I'm on there quite often. Otherwise, I'm like a true millennial, I guess. I'm all over Instagram. And I'm in the process of putting together a personal website and a blog. So
Awesome.
that's in the works. There are a lot of things that are I need to do to kind of ramp up that in that space. But for now, yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram, the interwebs.
Kira Johnson anywhere is
Yeah.
what she's saying, which I love that you're leaning into LinkedIn, because I'm seeing more and more freelancers lean into LinkedIn versus just Instagram or just social. And it's been really cool to see how people have been acquiring work and sharing thoughts and opinions that has then led to acquisition of new work. So it's really cool to see more freelancers leaning into the power of LinkedIn. So
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
Last question. What is your hope and wish and advice to anyone that's listening to this that may be a solopreneur, entrepreneur, freelancer? Any last words of advice that you could provide them?
Yeah, I think just lean into what drives you, lean into your passions, lean into what gets you up every morning. And that's going to drive everything forward, because I've been part of a lot of organizations that have been wonderful organizations. And I didn't have that motivating factor to get up.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's one of the beauties of freelancing, is that you're able to lean into some of those things that you may not necessarily have time for when you're on the clock, so to speak. So, and I think that will sustain so many of those frustrations and hardships that come just naturally with freelancing, like I mentioned earlier. And will drive you forward. So I think it's just rooting yourself down and remembering why you're doing what you're doing, and that'll sustain everything else going forward.
Oh, awesome words. And my
Thank
friends,
you.
if you followed all of these videos, please reach out to our incredible contributors. If you've been reading their work, send them some encouragement. Let them know, hey, I really took something away from this article, or hey, thank you for being factual and actual in this article. It was really great. This is the person that is writing all this incredible work. We don't have any people that are just writing SEO work. There's no agency behind this. These are the people that are putting their thought, their experiences from their life, and helping share that in a really meaningful way to be ultimately helpful to this journey that we are all on together. Anything that you want to say, and then we'll wrap up here?
I don't think so. Just, yeah, thanks for everything, Daryl. And yeah, and reach out to me if anyone has any questions. But
Awesome.
also,
Well,
if you have
Kara,
any history questions, anyone's interested in Scottish history, I'm your person. So
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes. So when you reach out to Kira on LinkedIn or Instagram, just find the most obscure history question that you can ask and just see if she can answer. That would be a really fun exercise. Well, until next time, my friends, peace.